एक घना पेड़ है आंगन में हमारे सबके। एक घना पेड़ है आंगन में हमारे सबके, जिसके साये में गुजरते हैं कई दिन हर रोज। दोस्त है, भाई है, रहबर है हमारे घर का। In a city called Nagpur in India, a boy was born who set out on a journey to discover the meaning of life, a life well and proudly lived.
When his father found out from a school principal that his son, Subhash, is amazing in dramatics, amazing in theatre, he's an amazing actor, he makes all the students laugh and cry with his plays and his acting and his talents of storytelling and as an actor. He never knew that. And he came and told asked his son that day that, is it true that you do these things in school? You're so popular in college because of all these reasons. You want to be a filmmaker? And Subhash said, yes, I want to be a filmmaker. And that his father did an amazing thing. His father had kept a cutout of FTII. There was an advertisement of FTII enrolling for students. Contact FTII Pune for so-and-so day, address or whatever. His father made him aware of that advertisement in the paper, and he had kept it ready for him to show it to him that if you want to learn filmmaking, then first learn filmmaking professionally.
We all know he's a BCom graduate and wanted to become an actor.
अजी हीरो भी ऐसा वैसा हवाई जहाज में आग लग गई, प्लेन क्रैश हो गया, पैराशूट से नीचे कूदा तो दुश्मनों की बंदूकों के बीच में हमारी सरहद से 20 मील दूर गोलियों की बौछार से बचता 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 वापस आ गया.
Although hardships were in platefuls, yet he never let them hinder his friendship with people in the film industry, neither with his own people. With a persona that is so irresistible, he went on winning the hearts of people who came his way.
Prasad ji used to like him very much. So he used to sit with his sittings. जो स्टोरी सीटिंग होती थी ना, तो उनमें बैठते थे. That's why he grew so well when he came to Bombay University. तो वो बताते थे कभी कभी कि एल.वी. प्रसाद जी का काम करने का तरीका जो है बहुत अच्छा काम है. सेम बी.आर. चोपड़ा साहब का था कि रोज़ सुबह से लेकर शाम तक राइटरों के साथ बैठना, राइटर्स को इम्पोर्टेंस देना, क्योंकि राइटर्स जो होते हैं वो मेन चीज़ होते हैं पूरी फिल्म के लिए.
That struggle between the time he was an actor and he became a writer, I think that was one of the toughest parts of his life. And but all through that struggle, when there was no money coming in, when there was no work coming in, expenses were there, but that man just had so much dignity, He never once let on the struggle, the tension, the frustrations that he was going through. I think it was his innate and inherent confidence in himself, and the fact that he didn't have a choice. He had to put all his energies into this one chosen profession.
They were a writer duo called Ghai Balla, I think, and प्यार से उनको दही बल्ला बुलाते थे, सुभाष घाई और बीबी बल्ला साहब को.
सुभाष जी बहुत सेंसिटिव फिल्म मेकर हैं और इंटरपर्सनल रिलेशनशिप्स बहुत अच्छे से समझते हैं.
ही इज़ अ एसेट फॉर प्रोड्यूसर. मीन्स आप उनको बता दो कि ये चीज़ का थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम है या ये नहीं है, एंड वो अगर कन्विंस हो जाएंगे कि ये जेन्युइन प्रॉब्लम है तो वो नहीं कि अड़े रहेंगे, वो इमीडिएटली मैनेज कर लेंगे उसमें.
He is very particular about his subject and script. He will never start rolling unless he's got a ready script in his hand. His ability to collect good people, knowledgeable people around him, and to work on the subject collectively to get a good product is probably one of his best qualities.
फाइटिंग सीन है तो उसमें सुभाष घाई, और कोई ट्रेजिक सीन है तो उसमें सुभाष घाई, और कोई गाने का सीन है तो उसमें सुभाष घाई. So the constant feature was the man himself. He was always a pleasure to work with. He was always there in the highs and the lows of my own moods, and highs and the lows of the picture, and he negotiated those ups and downs with equanimity and grace.
He can handle Maroom Raj Saab, Rajkumar Saab, Dilip Saab, too. He can handle a little Jackie Shroff. The basic, he treats every actor like a child, and he really knows his craft and art both. So when what he conceives, जो सोचते हैं वो करके भी दिखा देता है, तो एक्टर लोग के लिए बड़ा आसान हो जाता है. And on top of that, he knows how to dance. He knows exactly music का हर बात मालूम है. Background के साथ काम करते. भेजे में background है, बोले यहाँ से वहाँ देख, और उनके दिमाग में चल रहा है ये कट कहाँ आएगा. उनकी कहानी पूरे भेजे में बढ़ा हुआ है, कहाँ बैंग, कहाँ म्यूजिक. So I think he's an all-rounder, and that gets really easy for an actor.
See, if you notice his films, all those thunder, lightning on big close-up, he cuts silences on all that stuff, is all Ghatak's tool. He's very, very influenced by Ghatak, his style of sound designing.
वो तो मेरे अलमारी, मेरे फ्रिज, मेरे सारा दिन तबले बजा बजा के उसकी हालत की थी. कहीं भी बैठता था, बस उसको बहुत शौक था म्यूजिक का.
हमारे फादर ने उनको बल्कि टीचर रख के दिया, उनको बोले कि तुम प्रॉपर्ली सीखो, और सुभाष ने पूरा प्रॉपर्ली सीखा, पूरा म्यूजिक सीखा.
I was a dance director, but I was not well known. I was not with name. लेकिन उनकी हीरो के बाद ही मेरा नाम हुआ.
So therefore, as far as music is concerned, I mean, there's nobody really who has created that kind of wonderful repertoire of music with the appropriate visuals.
हर वक्त गुजर जाता है, पर दर्द ठहर जाता है. सब भूल भी जाए कोई, कुछ याद मगर आता है. जिस पेड़ को बेली लिपटे, वो सूखे टूटे सिमटे. फूलों के बाद का वादा, पर कांटे कहीं ज्यादा. ना दवा लगे ना दुआ लगे, ये प्रेम रोग है.
दो दिल मिल रहे हैं, मगर चुपके सबको हो रही है. हाँ, सबको हो रही है खबर, चुपके हो.
Subhash makes films specifically as entertainment vehicles, and he concentrates enormously on getting his films to entertain his audiences wherever they might be.
He tells a very interesting story about him going to meet a Delhi exhibitor, where he said, you know, I'm making this movie and I want you to upgrade your cinema. I want you to put stereo sound in your cinema, because, you know, this is the kind of movie that I want to make. And that exhibitor said, you know, look, I'll show you. Come look out my window to my parking lot. And he showed him the parking lot, and there were literally 3 dogs and 2 cars in the parking lot. 3 o'clock primetime shows running. As he turned around to him and said, wait, I will bring you a movie. I will put that movie in, and you will see. This parking lot will be full. Lo and behold, Karma released. He came back to that theater, and that exhibitor had upgraded his theater, and the parking lot was full, absolutely full.
Maratha Mandir actually renovated itself and made their screen into a 70 mm curved screen. 70 mm Karma Maratha Mandir, it was a silver jubilee hit, shifted to the Minerva no less, and ran on there, and then kept on shifting until finally it did 50 weeks in Bombay. It was a golden jubilee hit.
1980s, I think no other film was doing well. The industry was in its worst stage, and he was this blockbuster director who was like consecutive hits one after another, and I think that really changed him and his perspective on life as well.
His passion for cinema has also been great. His basic, जो होता है ना खोज होती है, his inquisitiveness, his wanting to know more, him wanting to give across things, that kind of quality is, I think, very admirable.
And I know that he's not had an easy life. I know he's had a lot of tough times, and he still faces those tough times, but with a smile on his face.
To start with, Subhash is an Aquarian. Being an Aquarian, he's absolutely a very easy guy, very relaxed, chilled out chap.
And another thing I think which is very interesting to note about him, he's a true friend's friend.
दोनों क्वालिटी उनके अंदर बहुत बड़ी है. एक शोमैनशिप उतनी बड़ी उस लेवल की है और सादगी इस लेवल की है. तो एक सॉलिड आदमी ये सब चीज़ कर सकता है जिसके अंदर बहुत भरा हुआ हो.
That kind of energy and that kind of enthusiasm even at this age is amazing to have, and I think that probably comes somewhere from the fact that he's still childlike.
लोगों को जीतना ये उनकी सबसे बड़ी क्वालिटी है.
Subhash Bhaiya is one person who has actually moved with time. He's become a boy, a youngster. If he has to deal with youngsters, if he has to deal with mature people, then he becomes mature. And the way he is evolved in the sense that he likes to, kind of get along with every facet of life.
Papa and me are very, more like friends. It's like he's very funny. Sometimes we try to gang up and tease Mama. Like that moment is very nice because we both laugh because Mama at some point is getting irritated, and it's a very nice moment.
His love for his wife, that is really, it's really heartwarming. First of all, she's a real sweetheart and she's really a very lovely person. And their relationship over the years has remained the same as what I had seen when he made Qarz.
है उनके काफ़ी चीज़ें अभी तक लेटर्स ये वो सब मैंने संभाल के रखी है. कभी कभी पोस्टमैन तो ये भी आपका, ये भी आपका, ये भी आपका 3-3, 4-4 दे देता था एट अ टाइम.
सुभाष जी का प्लस पॉइंट ये था कि वो कोई भी चीज़ जो है बहुत आसानी से ग्रैब कर लेते. किसी भी मतलब चीज़ में अगर सक्सेसफुल नहीं हो तो अपने आप को सरेंडर नहीं करते. वो उसको बड़े आराम से लेके ये करके अगर ये नहीं तो और क्या कर सकते, और क्या कर सकते.
One of the first in-film experiences that people don't really talk about was back then in Hero, when Rajdoot was the new motorbike that had come up, and we showed that as he showed that as Hero's bike, as Jai Kishan's bike. And Rajdoot really benefited from it. So I think that was one of the first.
He's the man who financed it, the first digital audio post workstation or a post facility at Audius which came up. It was huge expenditure, and I had probably spoken about it to many filmmakers of my time. They did not back it up, but Mr. Ghai backed it up, and see, it changed the way sound was looked in the industry. The whole perception of sound and the audio post changed.
I don't think he was a businessman. I think he understood that his films had to make money, which they did. I don't think he understood that the films had to make money for him. He was quite happy saying, I'll make the film, I'll sell the film to my distributors at such a price that they will make a profit. And then if the film is a mega hit, I will get my overflows. And of course, his good distributors did give him the overflow, but at no stage did he hedge his bets by selling his film at such prices that he made a bigger profit than his distributors.
But Subhashji was always ready to take the next step forward. And I still remember close to the finishing of his movie Tal, he talked of a vision he had in one such drive when we were driving back about how he wanted to build a school And his idea of building a school was, and he brought this very lovely example. And he said that how Nehruji planted this seed way back called IIT. And IIT gave birth to companies like Infosys and Wipro, because all these people who graduated our IIT joined Infosys and Wipro and made India the software hub that it is.
I mean, which person in the Bollywood side would put aside his aspirations of continuing the fiefdom of Bollywood Mughaldom and come to a zone and share time on a 24/7 basis with the youngest of the nation?
Talking about teaching, Subhash Ghai therefore is not just a man who weaved fables for his audience. He's a man who taught audiences. He's a man who taught other filmmakers. If people like Subhash Ghai were not there, people like us would not be here.
So there was a purity in what he had in his mind when he wanted to an IPO. It wasn't to get money in and you know, make studios or anything else like that. It was purely to make a film institute by which he could actually train people, bring people in this world with trained knowledge, and take not only Mukta but various other companies ahead with the educational background that all children would have joining the school.
Very important thing he did in his career, which I observed an outsider, was taking Mukta Arts as a corporate, going public, which was very, very unusual.
He managed to raise that fund and apply it for the purpose that he had promised, and do backward integration on the one side and do forward integration on the other side in terms of distribution, in terms of exhibition and so on. So therefore, here's a company which over a period of time, having started as an individual director, moved on to a small production house, the production house growing, becoming a listed company, doing forward integration, doing backward integration. So now you have a company which is in the entire value chain space, right from media education, right up to exhibition. So from understanding how to make films, right up to seeing the film at the screen. That is great.
He is undoubtedly a fighter for the right causes in life. In a country where education is the most needed weapon of the hour, it was him who made a dream come true for all the film and media enthusiasts. He made an institution, WWI, Whistling Woods International, a center for learning. He multiplied himself as an institution amongst us across the world. आंधियां आए तो लहरा के संभल जाता है, पत्ते पत्ते से बचाता है आसमां का कहर। ये रहे शाद और खुशहाल, दुआ है सबकी। आज वो पेड़ घर वालों की पहचान भी है।